He was 74, a kind, quiet man. The kind who always waved to his neighbors, kept his garden trimmed, and never missed a church service. He went to bed one evening, as he had done for decades. Same old slippers, same old tea. His wife heard him breathing softly beside her. Then, silence. He didn't wake up. The doctor said it was peaceful, natural even. But was it really? What most people didn't know was that for the past few years, he had been taking over-the-counter sleep aids nearly every night. He also liked to eat something sweet before bed. And when the news came on at 10, he never missed it, no matter how upsetting it was. His death made the local paper, but what didn't make the news was this. His sleep habits may have been slowly killing him. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but inch by inch in the quietest hours of the night. If you're over 60, you've probably thought about this more than once. What if I don't wake up? What if it's tonight? It's not the fear of dying that keeps most people up. It's the fear of not knowing if you're doing something that might bring death closer. You see, as we age, our bodies respond differently to everything. Food, stress, medicine, light, sound, even silence. And the routines we build before bed, what we do in the final hour of our day, can either protect us or quietly weaken us. The truth is, many people who seem healthy enough are living with bedtime habits that science now connects to heart strain, memory loss, blood pressure spikes, breathing issues, and sudden cardiac events. And the scariest part? Most of these habits feel harmless. They feel familiar. They feel like home. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 of the most dangerous bedtime habits for people over 70. Some of them may surprise you. Some might even be part of your routine tonight. But before we begin, I want to say this. This is not about fear. This is about awareness. Because when we know better, we sleep better. And when we sleep better, we live longer. Let's begin. It starts innocently. A little snack before bed, maybe some leftover pasta, maybe a cookie or two. Or maybe a full meal because dinner was skipped earlier. But here's what many people don't realize. Eating heavy meals late at night, especially after age 65, can quietly disrupt some of your body's most essential nighttime functions. When you eat, your digestive system goes to work, your heart rate increases, blood is redirected to the stomach. And instead of your body focusing on cellular repair, immune support, and brain cleansing, which normally happen during sleep, it gets stuck managing the food. Studies from the American Heart Association have shown that late-night eating is associated with higher blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, and an increased risk of nighttime heart attacks, particularly in older adults. But it's not just the physical load. Heavy meals at night can also lead to acid reflux, shallow breathing, and poor quality sleep. Even if you do fall asleep, your rest is fragmented. You might wake up feeling tired, foggy, or anxious without knowing why. And here's something even more subtle. Many older adults lose some of their sensitivity to internal discomfort. So while your body might be working overtime, you may not even feel it until something breaks. Now, this doesn't mean you can't eat anything at night, but what you choose and when you choose it matters. A light snack an hour or two before bed can be okay. Something easy to digest like a small banana, a few almonds, or warm chamomile tea. But large, heavy meals within an hour of lying down? That could be costing you more than a good night's rest. It could be slowly shortening the number of nights you have left. Habit 2. Using sleep medications without supervision. It's common. You're not sleeping well. Nights feel longer than they used to. So you take something, just a little something, to help. Maybe it's an over-the-counter pill. Maybe it's something your doctor prescribed years ago. Maybe it's something a friend recommended because it worked for them. But here's what most people don't know. Sleep medications, especially in older adults, don't just affect sleep. They affect the brain, the heart, and your body's ability to wake up when it needs to most. Many of these medications, especially sedatives and certain antihistamines, slow down your breathing, relax your muscles, and decrease brain responsiveness. In younger people, the body bounces back. But after 70, the body doesn't process drugs the same way. A study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who use sleep aids regularly were more likely to experience nighttime falls, memory loss, confusion, and, most alarmingly, sudden cardiac irregularities during sleep. And here's the problem. Sleep meds don't fix the cause, they mask the signal. The real reason you can't sleep, whether it's worry, loneliness, chronic pain, or unresolved grief, gets buried under chemicals that push the body into stillness without true rest. Now, if you've used these medications occasionally and under medical supervision, you don't need to panic. But if they've become your daily answer to sleepless nights, it may be time to pause. Before we continue, I want to gently remind you, if this part feels uncomfortable, please don't click away. You're not being judged, you're being cared for. Sometimes the truth is hard, but it's also where healing begins. Let's keep going. Habit 3. Suppressing emotions before sleep. You lie in bed, lights off, room quiet. But inside your chest, something is unsettled. A conversation that went wrong. A regret you didn't speak aloud. A sadness you're too tired to explain. So you push it down. You tell yourself, I'll deal with it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes for feelings we refuse to face. As we age, we're often told to be strong, to carry grief privately, to not make others uncomfortable. And so we suppress. We tuck our emotions away just before bed, hoping that sleep will make them disappear. But what happens is the opposite. Studies from the National Sleep Foundation have shown that people who suppress negative emotions before bedtime experience higher levels of internal stress, elevated cortisol, faster heart rates, and disrupted sleep cycles. And over time, that internal stress doesn't go away. It simmers beneath the surface, affecting memory, immune function, blood pressure, and mood. Your body might be lying still, but inside, your nervous system is wide awake, bracing, tightening, preparing for something it doesn't understand. This is especially dangerous for older adults whose systems are more fragile and less adaptive. Now, I know, some people watching might be thinking, I don't want to be a burden, or talking about it won't change anything. But what if releasing just a little of that weight before sleep could give your body a chance to rest deeply, maybe for the first time in years? You don't have to make a speech. You can write a sentence in a journal, whisper to yourself in the dark, breathe through it. What matters is that the emotion moves, that it doesn't get trapped inside. Let me gently say this. If your heart is carrying too much at night, please stay with me. There's more to uncover, more you deserve to know. Don't let this be the moment you stop listening. Habit 4. Late night scrolling and blue light exposure. It seems harmless. You pick up your phone just to check a few things, maybe a weather update, maybe a short video, maybe you scroll through pictures of your grandchildren. It feels comforting. But under that soft glow, something invisible begins to shift. Your brain sees the blue light and thinks it's still daytime. So it stops producing melatonin, the hormone that tells your body to rest, recover, and reset. Instead of winding down, your system stays alert. You may feel tired, but your body's rhythm, the deep biological pulse that guides sleep, is disrupted. A study from Harvard Medical School found that just 30 minutes of blue light exposure before bed can delay melatonin production by over an hour. And for older adults, the effect is even stronger. But it's not just about light. It's also about stimulation. Endless scrolling, especially through news, arguments, or dramatic content, activates stress pathways in the brain. It triggers comparison, worry, agitation. Even if you don't realize it, your body feels it. And here's something else. The content we consume just before sleep tends to echo in our dreams, or in the quality of rest we get. If your last thoughts are about fear, chaos, or tension, Don't be surprised if your sleep feels restless, shallow, or interrupted. This is where many viewers tend to think that's just how the world is now, and click away. But I want to ask you to pause. What if you could reclaim those last 10 minutes of your day? What if, instead of scrolling through noise, you listened to calming music, wrote down something good that happened, or just let silence be your final companion? That small shift could mean deeper rest. And deeper rest could mean more energy, better memory, and a stronger heart tomorrow and for years to come. Habit 5. Going to bed without feeling safe or seen. It's something no doctor usually asks. Before sleep, do you feel safe? Not physically, necessarily, but emotionally. Do you feel like someone knows you're here? That if you didn't wake up tomorrow, someone would notice? Many older adults go to bed each night not with peace, but with a quiet ache. An ache that comes from being invisible, not receiving a call that day, not hearing someone say good night or I'm glad you're here, not feeling like their presence mattered. This emotional void, this sense of disconnection, can affect the body more than most people realize. Researchers at the University of California found that seniors who reported feeling emotionally isolated before bedtime experienced higher nighttime blood pressure spikes, increased inflammation markers, and greater risk of cardiovascular events, even when they appeared physically healthy. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a physiological condition, and bedtime is when it echoes loudest. If your last thought before sleep is that no one would know if you were gone, that thought lingers, not just in the mind, but in your heartbeat. Your breathing, your immunity, it wears you down, night by night. But this can change. If you recognize yourself in these words, don't look away. There are small ways to remind your body that it's still loved, still held, still connected. Even a recorded voice, a soft prayer, a note left by your bedside reminding you of who you are, can make a difference. What your nervous system longs for isn't noise or praise. It's reassurance that you are still here and that it still matters. You've stayed with me through each habit. That already means something. So now you know the 5 habits, not the loud ones, not the obvious ones, but the quiet, subtle routines that over time can pull life away from us, one night at a time. If you recognized even one of these in your own life, take a breath. This is not about guilt. This is about grace. It's never too late to make small changes. And with sleep, even the gentlest shift, a lighter meal, 5 fewer minutes on your phone, a whispered truth before bed, can create space for healing to begin. The man who passed in his sleep at 74 wasn't careless. He was just doing what felt normal. Like so many of us. But you, watching this now, you know a little more. And with that knowing comes a quiet power. Maybe tonight you'll turn the light off just a bit earlier. Maybe you'll write down a thought instead of swallowing it. Maybe you'll speak to someone before bed, not because you need them to fix anything, but because your body deserves to rest feeling seen. You still have time. Not forever. But enough to make tonight softer than the last. Enough to live longer, not just in years, but in quality, in peace, in presence. And if this video brought you a sense of calm, a new insight, or even just a feeling that you're not alone, then know this, that feeling is your beginning. And here on Golden Pathways, we walk with you toward more nights like that. Not perfect nights, but peaceful ones. If this video gave you even one small reason to breathe deeper, walk slower, or smile with a little more ease, then this channel is here for you. At Golden Pathways, we share the gentle knowledge that helps you live not just longer, but softer. Not just with years, but with peace. Subscribe if you'd like more ways to care for your body, your sleep, your spirit, without fear, without pressure. We walk with you, one kind step at a time.